For decades, the Philippines has often been viewed through a lens of economic underperformance and geopolitical marginalization, a nation frequently labeled the sick man of Asia due to persistent challenges like political instability, underdeveloped infrastructure, and a significant reliance on foreign remittances. This narrative, while historically grounded, has obscured a profound and accelerating transformation. Over the past few years, a quiet yet potent shift has been unfolding, positioning the Philippines not merely as a regional participant, but as a burgeoning strategic and economic force. This analysis aims to dissect the multifaceted drivers behind this unexpected rise, offering an investment analysis and geopolitical overview tailored for economic researchers seeking to understand the evolving dynamics of the Indo-Pacific. The foundational pillar of the Philippines' reemergence is its robust economic renaissance, characterized by sustained growth and a discernible shift in economic structure. Following the global economic disruptions of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Philippine economy demonstrated remarkable resilience, rebounding with vigor. By 2024, macroeconomic indicators pointed to a stabilization of GDP growth rates consistently above 6%, positioning the Philippines among the fastest-growing economies in Southeast Asia. This performance is not merely cyclical, but indicative of deeper structural changes. A significant driver of this resurgence is the business process outsourcing (BPO) industry, which has evolved far beyond its initial call center origins, now contributing over $35 billion annually to the economy. The sector has transitioned into knowledge process outsourcing (KPO) and IT BPM, information technology and business process management. This evolution signifies a critical shift from low-cost labor arbitrage to value-added services, with highly skilled Filipino professionals managing complex legal, medical, financial, and IT services for global firms. The sector's growth is underpinned by a large, English-proficient, and digitally adept workforce, offering a compelling value proposition for multinational corporations seeking operational efficiency and specialized expertise. Furthermore, foreign direct investment (FDI) inflows have reached unprecedented levels, reflecting growing international confidence in the Philippine market. Major economies such as Japan, the United States, South Korea, and increasingly European nations are channeling capital into diverse sectors. Investments are particularly concentrated in technology parks, renewable energy projects, and logistics infrastructure, signaling a strategic diversification away from traditional manufacturing. The burgeoning IT BPM sector, alongside a vibrant ecosystem of fintech startups and digital banking initiatives, is attracting substantial capital, supported by a young demographic with high mobile penetration and digital literacy rates. This confluence of factors is fostering an environment conducive to innovation and digital economic expansion. Historically, the Philippines has grappled with significant infrastructure deficits, characterized by outdated transport systems, congested ports, and inconsistent power supply, which acted as substantial impediments to economic growth and foreign investment. However, a critical reorientation towards aggressive infrastructure development has been observed since 2023, particularly under the administration of President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. This pivot has seen the revival of long-delayed projects and the strategic engagement of international partners, transforming the infrastructure landscape. The Subic, Clark, Manila, Batangas Railway Corridor exemplifies this strategic shift. Initially plagued by delays and funding issues under previous arrangements, the project has been revitalized through a significant partnership with the United States and Japan under the new Luzon Economic Corridor Initiative. This corridor is envisioned as the economic backbone of Luzon, designed to streamline logistics from major ports to urban centers and agricultural provinces. Its integration with digital infrastructure and energy grids is set to enhance supply chain efficiency, reduce transportation costs, and facilitate greater inter-regional trade and connectivity, thereby unlocking significant economic potential. Beyond this flagship project, other critical infrastructure developments are underway. New Clark City is being developed as a smart and disaster-resilient urban center, designed to alleviate congestion in Metro Manila and serve as a hub for government, business, and innovation. Major airports in Clark, Cebu, and Davao are undergoing significant upgrades to boost tourism, enhance cargo handling capabilities, and attract further foreign investment. Concurrently, the Philippines is pursuing aggressive energy diversification strategies, with substantial investments in liquefied natural gas, LNG, terminals, large-scale solar farms, and hydroelectric upgrades. These initiatives are not only addressing domestic energy security concerns, but also attracting global logistics firms, port operators, and renewable energy giants, significantly enhancing the Philippines' regional competitiveness and attractiveness as an investment destination. While economic growth and infrastructure expansion have been prominent, the most profound and perhaps least anticipated transformation has occurred in the geopolitical sphere. The Philippines is no longer a passive observer in regional security affairs. Instead, it has strategically positioned itself at the nexus of Indo-Pacific security dynamics. This proactive stance is largely a response to escalating tensions in the South China Sea, prompting Manila to rapidly deepen its military and strategic alliances. A pivotal development is the One Theater approach, announced in 2025, involving the Philippines, Japan, Australia, and the United States. This strategic framework aims to unify command structures, logistics, and joint operational capabilities across the South and East China Seas. This initiative effectively positions the Philippines as a critical linchpin for regional deterrence, enhancing interoperability and collective security responses against emerging threats. The strategic depth provided by this approach significantly bolsters regional stability and maritime security. Further cementing its strategic alignment, the Philippines ratified a Reciprocal Access Agreement, RA, with Japan in June 2025. This landmark agreement permits Japanese troops to conduct military exercises on Philippine territory and vice versa, marking the first such arrangement for Japan in Southeast Asia. This RAA signifies a monumental deepening of Manila-Tokyo defense cooperation, reflecting shared security interests and a commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. Concurrently, the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA, with the United States has been significantly expanded, now encompassing 9 strategic bases across Luzon, Palawan, and Mindanao. These bases serve as critical hubs for joint training operations, humanitarian aid stockpiling, and real-time maritime domain awareness, enhancing the Philippines' defensive capabilities and regional surveillance. Moreover, the Philippines has broadened its security partnerships beyond traditional allies. A recent strategic cooperation pact with Lithuania, covering cybersecurity, maritime defense, and drone technologies, underscores Manila's growing appeal as a security partner for NATO-aligned countries. This diversification of alliances highlights the Philippines' sophisticated diplomatic strategy, leveraging its strategic geographic position to foster a robust network of security partners and enhance its technological capabilities. Perhaps the most compelling and understated aspect of the Philippine transformation is its quiet yet resolute assertion of sovereignty in the contested waters of the West Philippine Sea. Despite Beijing's escalating aggression, characterized by laser attacks, ship blockades, and sophisticated gray zone tactics, the Philippines has consistently reinforced its position through a combination of diplomatic resolve and on-the-ground strategic enhancements. The ongoing development of Thitu Island, Pag-asa, which now features upgraded airstrips, barracks, and civilian housing, demonstrates a long-term commitment to solidifying Philippine territorial claims. This sustained presence serves as a tangible manifestation of sovereignty and a deterrent against further encroachment. Furthermore, the resilience of Filipino fishing communities on remote outposts, supported by regular Navy patrols and humanitarian aid drops, has become a powerful symbol of national resolve. These communities, often on the front lines of maritime disputes, underscore the human dimension of the territorial claims and galvanize domestic and international support. Crucially, the Philippine Coast Guard, in close collaboration with the United States and Japan, now conducts frequent joint patrols. These coordinated efforts are instrumental in pushing back against Chinese encroachments, enforcing UN-backed maritime boundaries, and upholding the rule of international law. This quiet defiance, characterized by strategic patience and multilateral cooperation, has garnered significant international support, positioning the Philippines as a legitimate and peaceful upholder of regional order and maritime law. This approach contrasts sharply with more confrontational strategies, demonstrating a nuanced understanding of geopolitical leverage. Beyond its tangible economic and geopolitical maneuvers, the Philippines is also quietly accumulating significant soft power through its most valuable asset, its people. With over 10 million overseas Filipino workers, OFWs, dispersed across the globe, from Canada to Qatar, Filipinos have become de facto cultural ambassadors and vital economic lifelines. Remittances, exceeding $36 billion annually, not only bolster the national economy, but also forge extensive global networks of trust, opportunity, and influence, facilitating cross-cultural understanding and business connections. The global demand for Filipino human capital is particularly evident in critical sectors. Filipino nurses and caregivers play an indispensable role in the healthcare systems of aging populations in countries like Japan, Germany, and the United Kingdom, addressing critical labor shortages and contributing significantly to host economies. This demographic advantage is further amplified by the widespread English fluency and renowned hospitality of the Filipino populace, making the country an increasingly attractive destination for tourists, retirees, and the burgeoning community of global digital nomads. The ease of communication and cultural adaptability foster a welcoming environment for international engagement. Moreover, the Philippines' burgeoning creative industries, particularly in gaming, digital design, and content creation, are introducing Filipino talent to the global stage. This sector leverages the country's young, tech-savvy population and creative flair, contributing to its cultural export and enhancing its global brand. The confluence of a globally dispersed workforce, critical skills in high-demand sectors, and a vibrant creative economy positions the Philippines to exert a growing influence through its soft power, complementing its economic and strategic advancements. So, is the Philippines taking over Asia? Not in the traditional, hegemonic sense of territorial expansion or economic coercion. The Philippine model of ascendance is distinct, characterized by a strategic emphasis on partnerships, economic resilience, digital leadership, and moral authority. In the 21st century context, where influence is increasingly earned through collaborative frameworks and adherence to international norms, the Philippines is quietly redefining what power looks like in Asia. Few anticipated this trajectory, and this element of surprise may well be its greatest strength. In a global landscape often dominated by overt displays of might and confrontational rhetoric, the Philippines is demonstrating that a quieter, more strategic path, grounded in robust economic reforms, multilateral security cooperation, and the leveraging of its unique human capital, can yield profound and sustainable influence. This analytical overview suggests that the Philippines is not merely recovering, but is actively shaping its future as a significant middle power, poised to play an increasingly pivotal role in the Indo-Pacific's evolving economic and geopolitical architecture. Economic researchers and investors are encouraged to delve deeper into the granular data and policy frameworks underpinning these transformations. Understanding the nuances of the Philippines' strategic pivot, its evolving economic landscape, and its growing geopolitical significance is crucial for informed decision-making in a rapidly changing global environment. Engage with the latest economic reports, geopolitical analyses, and investment opportunities emerging from this dynamic nation. The Philippines' quiet rise presents a compelling case study for understanding the future of regional power dynamics.